So the requirements for a telescope are generally, an area that's dry because water can mess with light, an area that's high up because, more atmosphere means more light bending and shit, and a place that is generally away from, electrical signals. Especially if it's a radio telescope, Wi-Fi ain't gonna be helping you, find stuff in space. And that often coincides very heavily with sacred spaces, especially sacred mountains of, many different cultures. And, of course, that's led to governments and universities demanding not just access to these mountains, to these places, but full control over them. And, the surrounding areas. And so that means astronomy is actually a large portion of colonialism. Often the first step of it into many areas directly. You send a bunch of astronomers into an area, and then they warp the local social landscape around them. They attempt to teach everyone about their telescopes and, run activities based around that to attempt to get people to like it. And they also often have much higher salaries, so they're a large portion of the money coming in. And they often do things like litter quite a lot, which, locals tend to not like much.